What's going on? Let me see if you can hear me. We coming out with Spanky's live hot topics. Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah, y'all can hear me. With Spanky's live hot topic. Child. Okay, hold on. So Fat Tuesday over with, right? So, you know, every year around this time of the year, somewhere in between months, um, I try to do a little fasting on some stuff. Fasting doesn't have to be on food. Fasting can be on just taking something of a bad habit or something that you have that may be bogging you down and removing it from your life to uplift you, right? And so I'm fasting. And yes, my downfall is food. No, what I'm doing is I'm still eating and stuff like that, but I have a higher vitamin regimen. I'm going back on to my smoothie intake. So I used to do smoothies almost every day. So I'm going back into that daily routine of smoothies, trying to start back to lightweight exercise and then go on from there into the spring. So that's what I'm getting ready because I have to cleanse my mind, body, and spirit to move on into this year. Because let me tell y'all something. The beginning of this year, it's different. It is, when I say it's different, it ain't different, but it's the same old, but you know. So that's what we gonna talk about. Um, I was gonna have some guests on, however, the scheduling got mixed up as far as their availability, and so maybe next week. I have been bringing on more guests, so maybe next week I will have some people on. Yeah, and I am going to feature some gamers from my gaming world. Okay, so if you're new to the chat, just say hi. You don't have to like, care, or share until you're ready to. But if you feel that you are interested in the conversation, or you're interested in knowing more about any of my videos or anything, you are more than welcome to like, care, or share any of my pages that are listed in the description. Yes, this live is dedicated to a friend, a fellow colleague in the gaming world, um, who passed away. And, I just found out about it, y'all. And the fact of the matter is that he passed away at the end of January. And it was just a shocker, okay? It's a shocker to see some of our young people, um, who are struggling, not just mentally, but, spiritually. Because what affects your mental is your spirit also. So it was, and I know the struggle. I wholeheartedly know the struggle. So I'm not going to, go into details on my situation because as far as how I've been, but if you want to know more, you can look me up. Go and, listen to some of my videos that I've done in the past. It'll tell you more about who I am and what I'm trying to do. But I will tell you what the basis of my hot topics are. Hold on. I am drinking hot tea because it's something that's, I don't know what it is, stuck in my throat or something. I don't know. I had to get that checked out, but I felt like the tea that I am drinking is a sleeping tea, which I need because I have not been getting a lot of sleep lately, and I haven't been using my CPAP machine like I'm supposed to. So it is what it is. So first, I'm going to introduce myself to people who may not know me. Um, my name is Michelle E. Springs. I am the Enigma, and I have been on MySpace and Facebook since they began. And I mentioned MySpace because that's how far back it goes. Um, and Spanky is my metaphor name, I guess you could say. Um, so Spanky is exactly what it's supposed to mean. A lot of people who think of Spanky, some of you know the Little Rascals, and yes, and it wasn't this. You know, you say Spanky, and you think that it's no, it's not, because you get them mixed up. Spanky is the little chubby white kid that was the leader of the pack. And Spanky was just so clever in bringing things back to his club. So whatever he learned, he brought back and taught it to his club. And I grew up watching um, a lot of old movies and stuff in black and white. I go way back, but so I'm telling my age, but but the thing is, it's not there anymore for younger people to understand the concept of what we had, and we had something special back then. I don't know who that was. What is it? Oh, wrong call. We had something growing up that was a lot different and special. Um, for instance, like I can't explain it, guys. I could just tell you that I've talked a lot about saving our youth and saving our communities, and maybe going back to a time that really made us stable, that made us be aware of the acts that we do, how we, can improve on ourselves, but just the simple things in life that make things a little easier. And I don't know how to get it back. I went to a little luncheon on, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I think it was. Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday, yes. Okay, so I went to a little luncheon. It's called The Seat at the Table. It is listed on Culture by LE. It was her first event for network gathering. Um, and, it's women of all ages. It's open to anybody, but women of all ages were there. And we just were discussing about, improving our communities with the skills that we do. A lot of great entrepreneurs were there that have been in business for a long time, and especially the older ones. I'm just sitting there listening and taking things in. And we spoke on a lot of things. I got some contacts. It's always good to have contacts. Go to networking events if you own businesses and get out there and see how you can help each other. And so we were talking about the youth in the community, and not just the youth, but our elders too. And somewhere along the line, there was a couple of lost generations. Just tell it. Somewhere along the line, they got lost. I want to bring them back, to bring them home or send them home, however way you want to do it. But they need to get a grip. And then there's some of us older generations that have snapped. We just like bump it. I can't take this crap, and we just snapping all over the place. Okay, snapping, just remembering the bad times, just all that pent up anger just coming out, like people who have survived wars of the past or traumatization in masses of the past are trying to, or have they're succumbing to the demons that they faced long ago. Now, those people have a reasoning for being the way that they are. However, a generation that has not ever walked the shoes that those people have walked, or have never had to really go through the struggles that brought us here today, you just don't know. So I don't understand why you acting like that. I don't understand. I don't understand why you fighting a battle that does not really pertain to you. Generations and generations of, it's just a circle. Like these lights that I have around me are these round circles, and that's really what is happening. We need to break the circle and open it up to something new and better. I don't understand. I try to talk it. I try to put it out there, and I just don't understand any other way just to talk and walk it. So I've been going to community gatherings when I can. It was one key thing that I was talking to one of the ladies at the lunch yesterday. And she's an older lady. She just lost her husband. Her husband had passed, so she's still in mourning because this was very recent. And I told her I just don't go out. She said she don't like to deal with kids today. She said she stay away from them because if she get up and they talk some kind of way to her, she just gonna haul off and slap them lips off. And that's what the elders feel, right? So she said I just stay away from them. And I told her, yeah, I don't go to malls. I don't go. I try not to go. I try in and out when I go to stores, in and out, because I can't do the ignorant thing. I just can't do it. I just can't watch it and be okay with it, right? So disrespect, blatant disrespect. So we were talking about it, and she said, "Well, that don't keep me from going places. Now I'm a go." She said she's gonna go wherever she want, however she want, and when she want. And I thought about that because why do I feel the impact of the ignorance? You know why? Because I dream for better. And when I see how we disrespect each other and ourselves, I just don't understand. But y'all love it. I have to say that viewers in social media, which I've studied, you love the ratchetness. You love us going out there, exposing our bodies, especially when we haven't upkept our bodies. You go out, expose that, and you just, and the people that do it, what are you thinking in your mind? Do you not have any pride or any type of self-worth and value for yourself? I mean, you can go and look at all my pictures, all my things that I do on social media. I will never put up anything that's going to discredit how I feel and my values and my worth. And because I respect my elders. It don't have nothing to do with y'all. It has to do with the signal that was given to me from on high. The frequency that was taught to me by my elders and that are still being taught to me by my ancestors. And I listen. Now, life's a lesson, and everybody got to learn a lesson. Some of them learn more than just one lesson. Some of them learn a lot of lessons through life, and it ain't in a good way. We all have our paths to walk. We each walk those paths. But you are free. Free will was the one thing, the most important gift you were given when you were born and you were created. Free will to choose the paths that you want to go. So you have a little fun. You go out there, you're young, you have fun, you enjoy it. Then as you get older, you're like, where do I go now? Because my old ass can't be out there doing this and that. And you be like, what do I do now, right? It's like, all I can tell anybody that is probably, I'll go to anybody younger than 30. All I can say is choose your path wisely. And if you don't think you have wisdom, try and find it and then walk in that light. Because so many things are going against us to walk in the dark. And we are beams of light. And I know it's a balance. God put evil here for a reason. It's the balance. It's the way we have to go. It is good to fight evil, but it has to be balanced. Right now, our balances are off. Way off. Way off in such a way that if we don't get our stuff together and get it right, it's going to get right for us. And you're not going to like that. You're not going to like that big wipeout. Oh, there's been those before. How do you think evolution happened? We went from one extreme to the other. There was a such thing as an ice age. How do you think that happened? And why? You had flood. You had ice. You're going to have fire. And you're going to have wind. It's just going to knock you right off the, right? It's going to come at you when you least expect it. The earth has already started to crumble. If you didn't know, check your newspaper for the past 10 days. I mean, really. I mean, how we fix it. So, okay, next week I'm really, 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 really trying to make sure that I can get a therapist on. Like, I did have someone last time in child therapy, but I'm going to try to get a different perspective. A couple of doctors that deal in the mental health field, therapists that might can shine some light. Now, you don't have to listen to everything they say. And as soon as I say therapist, some people are like, bump that shit. I ain't giving no. What can a therapist tell me that blah, blah, blah? Well, okay. Yes. I'm going to tell you how you have it. In life, you have 3 lifelines. If you did not know it, it's there. Find those 3 lifelines. And I'm going to tell you what they are. The one biggest lifeline of all, the first of them all, is God. If you don't believe in God, whoever higher power you believe in, that is your source of your first lifeline. Now, if you have trouble channeling or hearing that particular lifeline, the second lifeline you have is a dearest and close friend out of your pack that you can tell everything to, that listens to you, that you can trust with your most inner thoughts. A listener. You have to find a person that is willing to listen and hear. They may always give you some type of input. It doesn't mean that you have to take that input literally, but they are always going to try to shine light on your darkness. Those are the first major 2 lifelines. The last lifeline is a blood relative, a family member that you can trust and talk to, that knows the history of your family, that knows what you may be going through, that can shine a different type of light and reassure you and reconfirm that you are loved by your family. No matter how they act or whatever, you are loved. You're always loved anyway by those first 2 major sources. But so somebody might say, why you do family last? Okay, let me tell you, you must tread lightly in finding these lifelines, okay? Because I have trusted family members that I knew their history and they knew my history. And they went and just smeared me like a piece of, smeared me like some Jiffy's peanut butter over some white bread. just was not good, you know? So tread lightly on the family that you talk to. Tread lightly on the friend that you talk to. But always never worry about the first source that I gave you. That first number 1 lifeline. If you have these in your life, you will survive any thoughts of devouring yourself. Any thoughts of taking yourself out will be surely put to the side if you have these 3 lifelines in your life. If you don't have any of the last 2, you always have the number 1, but if you don't have any of the last 2, then find that source. Call someone. I have toll-free numbers listed in my description. Talk to someone. Hey, look, I've told everybody at all times. Look, when you go to my messenger, there's a lifeline. If you send me a message and I don't get it, you know what? There's a little thing that looks like a phone up there where you can try and call through that. And that will automatically alert me just like a phone call. And that's a lifeline. But know that the first lifeline I gave you is the one that you have daily. Now, if you don't know how to hear the messages that are coming through that line, I totally advise you to stop a minute. Stop the busyness in your life. Stop the chaos in your life. Go shut yourself in a quiet room and meditate and think. Just think hard and try to hear what is being sent to you. Everyone can do it. No one is above that. No one is below that. Everyone can do it. Do you know why? See, everybody thinks that God is a higher power. I mean, yeah, man would want you to think that. But God does not think itself more, greater than, or less than. God lives within us all, so it's equal. It's just that there is more knowledge, wisdom that comes from that strength, that gives you light, that helps you shine your life on this world. And you know, I wish I could just go back and talk to my friend again that recently passed. I mean, I tell y'all every day. I told him every time, I love you. I'm not going to say maybe I didn't do enough, because you can never do enough when someone is fighting that demon. They have to look from within themselves to fight back. So y'all got to get some fight back. And any of y'all that have made the drastic mistakes of devastating mistakes in life, you can come through. It is never too late to change. It is never too late to reckon with those demons. And some people will live with the demons and fight them until the day they die. But they don't have to. You can really literally just walk away and start anew when you want to. But you don't have the mindset to do so. How do you find that mindset? Gather knowledge. Look in a book and get hooked. They trying to take those away from you too. They trying to, The soul seekers. When I say soul seekers, it's two types of soul seekers. It's the earthly beings that's seeking the souls that are lost to help them find their way. And then there's the soul seeker that seeks to take your soul, for you to surrender your soul to them and be lost forever. But you have the freedom and the choice and the balance to be the better person, to be the better you. I mean, why does so much rage get into a person where they feel they just have to go and shoot up everybody? Now, you know, hey, if you feel you gotta shoot someone, shoot yourself, but don't shoot other people that ain't got nothing to do with it. And even if they did, even if they rubbed you the wrong way, do you really think taking their life is worth that little minute pettiness that you go over? I got some people I know that are just hung up on money. Money this that you took from me. Money that I spent on this and I can't get it back. And blah, 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 blah. So when you spend your money, you're not spending it. You're just saying, I'm loaning this money until I feel like I want it back. And then you have loans that you have to pay yourself. Does it matter? This tea is good. I'm just saying. I don't know, but I want y'all to really just think about what you do on a day-to-day basis. Think about how you talk to people. Think about what comes out of your mouth when you're saying stuff to people. Because people have triggers. People have those demons that are right on the edge of snapping. And you might think that your little teeny joke or your little teeny words that you said was really just nothing. But to the person you may have said it to, it may be everything. Unless y'all have the understanding that you are both joking, unless y'all have come to an agreement that that's the understanding, don't say nothing at all if you got anything ugly to say, because the other person don't know that it's a joke. And sometimes it goes so far and the person just gets caught up. Another thing is, if you're the one joking all the time, then you get joked back. What does it matter? It's just a form of fun, a form of joking, a sense of humor. If you done got so down the rabbit hole that you don't have a sense of humor in life, you need to go back in that hole, stay there, and don't talk to nobody. Because a sense of humor is everything. A sense of humor, laughter is love, and love is laughter. And music is love, and music can give you certain vibes. I mean, just like I said, if you don't think you have any 3 of those lifelines in your life, go sit down. Don't listen to a song that's going to tell you to go jump off a bridge or kill some people. No, that's not the right song to listen to. Listen to something that's going to soothe your mind, that's going to calm your nerves. Something that you can understand the words to. And don't go and sit up there and think that you are going to get happy feelings from a death song. Who does it? Listen to something that brings you light in your life, that shines a light in your life, that brings you out of the darkness. I'm telling you, this is what I got to do every day to survive. I survive this way. Really, I survive by getting some sleep. Cause see, only because I see things in my dreams. My dreams, they are now foresight for me. So, and I've come to the understanding of that. So I have to look, when it gets too topsy-turvy, I have to lay my head on the pillow and I have to go to sleep. I don't even have to make myself go to sleep. I just go when I go. And that's why my sleep patterns are so off. But I'm going to get back on the right track. That's why I'm drinking this sleep tea. So I can get myself back on the right track. But I'm going to be honest with you, y'all. Coffee, I don't drink that often. Tea, I don't drink that often. But when I do drink it, it really doesn't help me. Coffee does the opposite of waking me up. It puts me to sleep. And sleep tea is really just going to wake me up. And that's just how my brain, what do you call it? Endorphins or whatever. That's how that works with me. It's a little off. What can I say? Hey, if you're coming in the chat, please like, share, or tell me what's on your mind. Tell me if you think this is just bullshit, and I still love you. Because that's what I'm here for. We're here to talk about how we can improve our daily lives, not just for ourselves, but for our youth. And I really want some youth to tune into this. I really want you to tune into this, because all I can tell you is that you were here for a purpose. You are not just, you are our future. And if you don't believe that you have a skill or a talent, you're wrong. You are very gifted. That's why you are here. There's a gift somewhere within you. Even the most crooked of crooks is gifted in some way. Yes. The mafia, the drug dealers, they are great in math, child. They know the most about math. They might even teach me a thing or two with some math skills. They are great in math and science. Because how do you think they can produce all those drugs to put out in the street? And not only that, how do you think they count their money? They gotta know math. They know math, and they know some scientific skills. They know the ounces, how to put that stuff. I mean, come on. I don't even use that daily, and they use it every day. Did you ever think of that? Did you ever think of putting those good skills to something else instead of killing off your own people? I'm just wondering. I mean, come on. You know how to make a gun. You not only know how to make a gun, you know how to make a bullet. You know how to count the bullets that go in the gun. Not only that, you know what type of bullets is good and piercing bullets. You know the medals and stuff like that. Have you ever thought of using those skills to do something better for the community than just killing each other off? I don't know. I don't know the intelligence levels. You have intelligence and you don't even use it. I mean, come on. Do you know how skillful you are that you can sit up there and shake your rump 5 times a day and just, the motions of the rump shaking, and you are a natural dancer. You put that rhythm in your hip, your leg, your mouth, and everything else. You are naturally musically driven. That's a skill. That's an artistry. Have you ever thought about using that in a good way? Not a ratchet way? But people love ratchet, don't they? They like that silliness that you do. They like you sitting up there losing your mind right up in front of them, because it's like, I don't know, it's like an addiction that they love it. Another new addiction. Meanwhile, metaphorically speaking, I don't even know what I just said. Meanwhile, the brain waves that are coming to you are manipulating you into thinking in certain ways. When I taught and when I watched kids, there are certain parents, doctors, nurses, they literally raise their children not to watch TV except for a certain time of day or something like that. And the programs that they watch are literally based on educational purposes. So what they do is they give them activities. So they have in their rooms a ton of books, a ton of Legos, coloring books, pencils and stuff. Things that can make them creative. Instruments that they can play on. They go outside and play. And they watch no TV for the whole week. On weekends, that's their treat. They get to watch a little TV. They don't have access to social media. They strictly have to rely on the tools and the items given to them. And they have to use their imaginations to do it. That's what you call traditional moral values that they have for their children. When they go shopping, they don't tell them the name brands of the clothes. They just get the clothes. If it looks good on you, then that's what you're wearing. The kids have no logic or thought of a design or a designer. They go and they buy what they like without knowing any name brands or anything like that. They can go to a family store. They can go to a family-owned store or something that makes their own clothes, and they go in there and they choose their clothes. Have y'all ever thought of that? Have you ever thought of doing that with your own kids? Well, shoot, if they about anything 10 or above, you can just forget it. They already stuck on stupid. I mean, I take that back. That's not right. That's not right. They shame on me. They're already stuck on stuff. Stuff on I'm sorry. Stuck on things that they shouldn't be stuck on. Because you know why? Because you didn't have time to deal with them. So you stuck them right in front of that TV or right in front of that iPad or whatever electrical device you could give them. And the brain waves are getting shot left and right. It's getting to the point where sometimes if you ask the youth and you say, hey, did you cross the street today? And they go, street? What's a street? That's how dumbed down we are. I mean, come on. Get it right, people. Let them learn. Let them be kids that learn. Let them be kids that enjoy the outside, that enjoy learning, that enjoy reading books, that enjoy being creative. Let them do it. Don't get mad with them because they run around and they asking you, hey, can you just take a minute to come and let me show you something? Oh, they're so intelligent, guys. These babies are so intelligent. That's why they're able to talk back to you, because they are using words that you've never even said to them before. You know why? Because they are old in age, but they're coming back new. It's a regeneration of generations. And that's what we're getting now. They are so smart. If you just sit up there and observe your children for just even a day, just watch them play, watch what they do, watch what they talk, what they say, and stuff like that, you'd be amazed. You'd be like, where did that come from? Because it sure didn't come from me. No, it's because they've been here before. We are now in the regeneration stage of generations. Our angels are now regenerating into us. So, if y'all didn't understand the word I just said, it's not for you. But those who understand what I'm saying, you'll get it one day. You'll get it. Go back and replay this video about 3 or 4 times to listen to what I'm saying, because it's a fact. I'm only telling you facts. And facts don't always come from what the man tells you or what man has given you. Sometimes the facts come right from the frequencies above. They come from your soul, which is your soul source, which is powered by that higher source. I'm not a fake. I don't got time to be fake. Do you know how old I am? I'm not a phony. And I don't need to sit up here and tell you this and that I've heard other people say. I'm just saying what's coming out of my mouth. Now, if it's similar to some other people, that's good, because that means that we are all on the same frequency. However, I do know that there are people in my circle And they may try to imitate. You can't do what I can do because I'm walking a path of myself. You have to walk your own path. You have to be your own person. And everybody wants to keep up with the Joneses. I mean, they want to be a way. They want to look a way. A certain way is what I mean when I say look away. I'm going to tell you the most profound thing that came to me during this past week. I realized that I am not alone because I want to be. No, I don't want to be alone. But I am alone because it must be that way in order for me to receive the signals that I receive and to remain focused on the path that I was given. And until someone is on that same frequency, that is on that same level of energy, I will be alone. Until I meet the person that can connect, that's just right there connecting with me. You know, it's hard to find. And I'm not looking at this point. It'll just come. That's what it was told to me. It'll come. Now I may have one toe and 3 other toes on the other foot halfway in the grave by the time it comes. God dang. But it'll come. He says stay focused. He says stay in your zone. You know, it's very hard to do. It's very hard to stay in the zone. It's very, very troubling and hard. And that's why some people are so discombobulated and lost that they decide they just don't want to deal with it anymore. They have scrambling of the signal. Everything in the brain is not working the way they want. The network is off. It's almost like they've gotten an electric shock that doesn't sit well with them, and so they feel that they don't have a way out. But I'm telling you, it's a lifeline. It's an extension cord that you can plug into that works. It's that power source that is the backup power source that will work for you. I'm speaking in scientific terms of, you know, spiritual terms and stuff like that. But if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm really just telling you how it is. I'm giving you something that you can relate to, since you're so caught up in the electronic world. You plug your phone in to get recharged. Am I correct? Those Teslas have to be plugged in to get recharged. When your car run out of gas, you got to put more gas in it to get it going again. That's exactly how your brain works. That's exactly how your soul works. If you've been running on E for so long, you need to be recharged. Because you know, when you abuse that car, when you abuse the computer, your tablet and whatnot, and your phone, and you just got cracks all up in the phone will say, bump you don't care nothing about me, and I'm just not gonna work no more. The same way that happens to that, it can happen to you. So get recharged first. And I don't mean recharge with negative energy. Recharge yourself with good energy, good vibes. That gets your mind off of all that worry, the negative. Get off of that. That's how we start. That's how we start to change. When you're not thinking the way you were thinking before and you're thinking differently, you won't go out there slugging people for 2 cents. You won't go out there shooting up somebody just because you don't like the way they looked at you or the way that they look, period. None of that will bother you once you get renewed, recharged. Calm yourself down. For your car hyperextends itself and blows up. I'm giving you solutions. I'm telling you what our problem is. And I'm suggesting solutions. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not just going to come up here and talk at you and not try to find a solution and come up with a solution for you. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to go babble this, babble that, and this and this and that. And you sitting up there like, I've been told this before, I've been told this, but you don't have a solution. I'm giving you options. I'm giving you some solutions. And you can either choose to listen or you don't have to. It's fine with me. But I do want to know that I care. I do want you to know that I care about you, your well-being, your mind, your growth in life. I've seen too many funerals. Too many funerals of young people that don't know why. Cut off just like that. Out of the blue. They call it senseless. That's not just senseless. That's the soul taker. You got the soul seekers and you got the soul taker. The soul taker takes the soul first, and then the soul seekers seek to help that soul move forward. But why do you even got to go through that right now if you can just enjoy your life on earth as it is? And know that there's certain things that you cannot take with you when you go. You can pretend it's there, but it's not. You'll be on the other side and you'll be like, man, but it ain't real. It means nothing anymore. You'll just be stuck in a hole, waiting there to find the light that you could have found while you was right here. All right, so anyway, ooh, child, my time is up. I am done talking to y'all tonight. All I can say is, don't forget that Spankey loves you no matter what you may think or say. Yes, I love you deep in my heart. I don't even have to know you, and I love you. I love my enemies. I love my friends. You can come at me any kind of way, cross way you want to, and I'm going to love you for it. And I don't care because I love you. You know, talk about me any kind of way. That's fine, you know. It's all in all good. So, anyway, That's all I have to say. I love you guys. And I will talk to you on the flip side of life.